So, Banks Peninsula Community Board, Christine.
I've got to get through this really quick. We'll see how we go. We'll see how we go. Yeah.
Morning.
Just getting ourselves organised. We've got a few clips to go through, so I think we might just run those through.
It's very slow showing. There you go. Good.
Not quite. We were going to save the best to last, but I think we'll do it first because I got handed this morning, like everyone else, and
Is that a ship?
it is.
I should have one too.
So these have come out of our Littleton Business Association, and they were around Littleton for such a long time. Obviously, it was about the ships coming back to Littleton, and so really I'd like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Banks Peninsula community and Littleton in particular to say thank you to all those that were involved in the ships coming back, because it's a huge thing to the peninsula, so thank you. So out of that, we've had a discussion at Community Board on Monday, and we're looking at the possibility of forming a working group to see how we can work when the ships have returned, and see how we can link into Pakarawa and just see how we can make it work for both harbours with the cruise ships. So we really feel like 2018 is going to be our year. Also, just moving on, because we also had a briefing from the crew that are working on Sumner Road. So with that being reinstated, that's such a biggie too to the community, a vital link, and it's brought a lot of comfort to the Littleton community, because up until now, really the tunnel's the only way out unless you go right around the bay. So that does mean a lot also. Just going back to the harbour, we have lots of interesting and exciting things happening down there. There's the development of the Tiana Marina and also Naval Point. So they're really big projects that are really going to enhance the harbour, and obviously I think it's really just going to be good for the economy of Littleton and Christchurch. With Naval Point, there's lots of meetings going on with all the key stakeholders down there at the moment, and I don't envy the planners. I think I've mentioned that before. It's such a huge project, and it's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole, because there's so many needs, and it's such a well, the land and all the needs down there sort of just don't work at the moment, so it's just working through all those issues. Just on that too, the community were pleased to get the QRA. I know it's a wee while ago, but that's also brought a level of comfort to know exactly what is, you know, the state of play down there, so that's been good. This Tiana Marina, it's, as I understand, the only walking, floating marina that is going to be in the South Island. I'm not quite sure about that, but anyway, we're looking forward to it. I think it's very exciting with all the other changes that are happening down in the port. I think it's a really good time to actually mention our master plan that was put together in 2012, because a lot of things are starting to shake out of that for us, and I think it's worthwhile mentioning the things that have happened in the last 5 years. So it's really working well with the timing of the cruise ships coming back, the reinstatement of Sumner Road, all the development in the port. So on the town side of things, we're excited about the museum project. Also, all the council facilities that have been reinstated. We're really thrilled with the library and the service centre that are now a joint facility. and also our new boardroom, which is lovely. We have a wonderful view. I think we're very spoilt. And also our recreation facility, where all, where all our governance team have their offices. And then, as a real bonus, we do have our civic square, which is called Albion Square, right in front of our boardroom. So it's just really wonderful. And I think it really has helped boost the numbers to the farmers market on a Saturday. Littleton is just a hub of activity on a Saturday, and I mean that can only be good.
Birth, yeah.
Yes.
B-I-R-T-H?
Oh,
Yeah.
We'll move on.
Yes.
we won't.
Yeah.
We won't dwell on that one.
We won't dwell on that too much.
You'll change it.
I absolutely love this clip. For those of us that live in Littleton, that's what we're going to see when the cruise ships are back. So it's just wonderful. For those who dream about going away on cruise ships but can't afford it, for them sitting looking out their window is close to it, so and they can dream. So it's wonderful. So I know I've highlighted more about the Littleton side of the peninsula today, and it's a wee bit different to the report that came out, but I really think that those things did need to be highlighted in view of that wonderful announcement, and we were very privileged to be there, and I thought it was a great occasion. With the cruise ships, we'll finish on that because, like I say, it has been such a big thing for the community. It will bring thousands of tourists into Littleton on a regular basis once it's completed. And then Akaroa, I think you said it well the day that it was announced, Lee, and it will give quite a lot of relief to the community over there. And they have been wonderful accommodating the cruise ships. But we believe that Akaroa will be able to market itself as like boutique cruise ships and accommodate those more appropriate to its size. In addition, day trips from the cruise ships that come to Littleton can go across to Akaroa. So they're the sorts of things that we're looking at the moment. And then in 2014, Christchurch and Canterbury Tourism estimated that returning cruise ships to Littleton would earn the entire city an extra $300 million over 10 years. An influx of tourism to our city will help in every aspect of our city's economy. So just in closure, that's what's happening on the peninsula, and I'll have to say we're all just got lots of positive, exciting things happening, and so we're really pleased about where we're at. And like I say, we believe 2018 is going to be a good year for the peninsula. So thank you.
If I could just speak to it briefly, and thank you very much indeed, Christine, for the report, and great that you've focused on the cruise berth announcement this morning. That is a huge announcement for Littleton, for the Peninsula, for Christchurch, and in fact for the region, quite possibly for the country. It's a major piece of infrastructure we're talking about there. And you're absolutely right, that announcement brings about some considerations for Littleton in terms of the way that the Littleton community can really make the most of particularly the economic development opportunities that cruise berth development presents, and we're fortunate to have a couple of years of lead time before those changes actually happen, before the 2019 cruise season, and it's great that the community board passed a resolution at its meeting on Monday to look at ways of working with representatives of the Littleton community, the business community in particular, to make the most of those opportunities. I actually met with the Business Association at their meeting the other night, and they were very excited about that. So that's a big step forward. At the same time, of course, we're very aware that in Akaroa there have been different views expressed around the cruise ships. Certainly there are some in Akaroa that are very pleased about the Littleton cruise berth announcement because it relieves the pressure on Akaroa, in particular the pressure on infrastructure. At the same time in Akaroa, I think we need to be sensitive to the fact that there are some, particularly in the business community, that are feeling a sense of future loss, that some of those cruise ships won't be visiting there. By the same token, it's great that the Community Board are going to be working with the Akaroa community, business community in particular, to look at ways that they can make the most of the changed environment from 2019 onwards. And in that regard, I met with the chair of the Akaroa District Promotions, essentially the Akaroa Business Association, to start to talk about those opportunities yesterday as well. So I think you're absolutely right in identifying opportunity all round. This is a big announcement for Littleton, for the Peninsula, and with far wider economic implications, positive economic implications that go way beyond the city. So no, thanks very much indeed for highlighting that in your presentation today.
Thank you.
Oh, it was already seconded. Yep, okay. Pauline?
Question on the new bus stop in Norwich Quay and people having difficulty crossing the road there. Are you progressing that?
Yes.
Thank you. You've called for a report or something?
Yes, so the bus stop's been instated down, it's been moved, so we're just waiting for the traffic lights to be, well, they're there. We're not quite sure exactly when they're going to start doing their thing.
Oh, they're there, but they're not activated.
No, that's a word, activated.
Okay, so you're progressing that.
Oh, yes, yes,
Okay.
definitely.
Thank you.
Yes.
Right. All right, I'll put that motion. All those in favour say aye. Aye. Those opposed say no. That's carried. And